So today in this repair video I'm going to show you of how to. We're working with an MS-026 steel chainsaw. Doesn't matter what saw you have. The same components pretty much there. Your carburetor, your coil, compression, spark, doesn't matter what saw you have, you should have the same procedure going into it. And if you're going to learn from me, my shop, we try to find the cheapest fix. Don't overcomplicate trying to fix something. If the saw's not running that great, don't automatically pull the carburetor out and tear it all apart. It may not be necessary. A lot of times it's just a bad batch of fuel that you've got that you need to dump out and get some fresh that you know is fresh. And I would suggest non-ethanol. And there are mixes out there for your two-strokes that are helpful with keeping the gas, fresh most of the time. It's a little more expensive. I don't use it, but that's an option. I mix up enough at a time where I'm using it up pretty quick in the woodlot. Safety gear. You're always going to want to have safety glasses on, and I recommend steel-toed boots. Just those are two things. Gloves, if you got to be anywhere around the chain. Have a chain scabbard on if you're not totally comfortable with the saw. I don't have it on. I've been around saws. I know it only take a minute, but just a second to make a mistake. But on that note, let's dive into the video, and you'll see where I walk you through to checking the compression and how I check fire with the carburetor cleaner. Before we get there, why do we use carburetor cleaner and not something else like starter fluid? Well, because carburetor cleaner will not hurt any of your 2- and 4-stroke engines. They will burn the fuel up good. Now, if you have a chainsaw that fires on carb cleaner but still doesn't fire up and run, it's telling me that it's either fuel or compression. So a customer brought this in, said that it runs sometimes and quits, runs sometimes and quits. So what I've done so far is I just removed the air filter. It's pretty dirty. And I just shot some carb cleaner into there. It fired on that, but that doesn't tell me if I've got compression. So let's check compression on this. Because by using carb cleaner, it will fire even with bad compression.
plug's a little wet, but it felt like it had good compression.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
150. Wow.
Yeah. 155.
Yeah. That's exceptionally good for a chainsaw.
Oh, throw a new plug in it. So I'm just replacing the plug. We had 150 for compression, so she's got tons of compression. I've already dumped the fuel out, put fresh fuel in. And that's all there is to it. Sometimes just getting rid of the old gas and putting fresh in. Changing the plug. We checked the compression, and the compression had 155 pounds. Now I needed to get rid of that gas that was in the fuel line. It's there after you dump the fuel. So I just used carburetor cleaner. Won't hurt it. Spray it right down the throat of the carburetor. Right here. Just open your throttle so that you can spray directly in there. And it may take a few pulls. But now all it's left to do, clean this, put it back together and call the customer. I spent probably 15-20 minutes on it. And customer's going to be happy. I'm happy. And that's what it's all about, is making everybody happy. Can't do it all the time, but you can do it some of the time. So for you homeowners, same deal. Replace the plug, replace the fuel. If you have a compression tester, test it. If you have a spark tester, you can make sure that you're getting fire. But I already knew we had fire because it was trying to putt on the carburetor cleaner. You don't have to disassemble everything. A lot of times, if you go for the easiest fix and work your way in, you'll come out farther ahead. So I hope that's helped some of you guys out there on the best way to handle this. This is steel. It's the 026. It's an older model, probably 30-40 years. But for you homeowners, I mean, you shop guys already know it, but for you homeowners, you gotta wear safety glasses and stuff like that, even when you're working on stuff like this. Stuff can fly. Carb cleaner and fuel can spray into your eyes. So wear protective wear when you're working on this stuff. Alright, so that's how we do it. Thanks for watching.